Do you find yourself feeling the pressure of your work? Well, in this video I'm going to share one change, which is to use any combination of 4 inner mantras to dissolve that pressure, plus a bonus mantra for when one of them isn't appropriate. In my 20s and 30s, I suffered the pressure of my work badly. At one point, I thought I would have to give up a career that I loved, apart from the pressure that I felt. Now, today, I wouldn't say that I never feel pressure, but I feel it an awful lot less than I used to. And the amount that I do feel is in the healthy, stimulating, motivating zone, not the destructive, stressful zone. And I want you to be able to perform under pressure without feeling the pressure. And ultimately, I want you to be able to do that without having to use techniques or interventions. And that's the longer term aim of the work that I do. But until we get there, it's useful to have some simple interventions. The first of those 4 mantras is, it's only a thought. I talk a lot about the thought-feeling connection. You see, anytime we have an internal experience like pressure, that's in response to a thought. Not necessarily a conscious thought, it could be a semi-conscious thought, or even a fully unconscious one. Maybe we're innocently, unconsciously simulating something being really difficult, or something not going well, or somebody being difficult within the internal simulators of our mind. You could even think about it as going into a sort of trance that we need to snap out of. This mantra is a call to ourselves to wake up and realize that we're just getting involved with the feeling of our thinking, and it's not what's actually happening in the world right now. It's like when we settle down on a Friday night to watch a horror movie. We settle down, we put the lights out, and we get involved. And if we get really involved with the movie, we'll start to feel that emotional duress of fear. It's like going into a sort of trance. All I need to do to snap out of that trance is to remind myself it's just a movie, and maybe look at something in the room with me to get grounded back in my reality. By the way, do you already use any internal mantras to get yourself out of stressful states or to motivate yourself? If you do, please drop them in the comments below, because I'd love to see them, and they might be worth sharing with the other people who watch this video. The second mantra is a potentially controversial one. Nobody's going to die. That's another way of snapping out of our pressure trance by reminding ourselves that there's nothing really that catastrophic on the line. For most of us working in the corporate world, that's a valid mantra. If you're a doctor though, or a lifesaver, or somebody who does dangerous work, that one might not be appropriate. For you, I have a mantra to replace it, which we'll come to towards the end of this video. The third mantra is, it's just a problem to be solved. When we get hypnotized by our unconscious and semi-conscious thinking into our pressure trance, we can often feel the weight of the world on our shoulders. Let's call it the weight on our shoulders trance. But actually what we have to deal with is just a problem to be solved. By objectifying the problem, by treating it like an object on the table, and that it's simply our job to examine that object and figure out what to do about that object, that can snap us out of the trance that it's about us. By the way, if you're getting value out of this content and you want to continue the journey of success with a peaceful mind, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notifications bell so that you'll get notified when new content arrives. The fourth mantra is, there is nothing I must do. That snaps us out of the compulsion to act trance. The thing is, there is nothing I must do is not the same as I must do nothing. It's not a manifesto for not acting. It's a manifesto for understanding that to act or not act is a choice. And it's simply liberating to know that we have that choice. To learn more about groundedness and equanimity, by the way, there's another video you can watch that's going to pop up here. Now, that bonus mantra for people who can't really use nobody's going to die. How about my presence here is valuable? That one snaps us out of the trance of putting our attention inwardly on ourselves with the fear of what people are thinking about us, and shifting that attention and putting it outside on our mission in the world. Now, the next step is to develop the ability to create a personal stress shield, and I'll show you how to do that in this video here. This is Steve, and I wish you health and happiness.